Hey, what's up? So I want to make this video about the impending feeling that a lot of people have of like life is pointless, there's no hope, there's this like lurking feeling of especially with the next generation, like Gen Z. So I have a fair amount of Gen Z friends and people that I'm connected to, especially through the self-perfected group. And it's becoming rampant. People are like losing a sense of, let's say, hope. I'm using that word specifically because hope is not the answer by any means, but people not having a clear vision of where their life is headed. And what does that look like when millions of young men and women have that as their reality, as their baseline? Like the system is just going to suck them into metaverse or some bullshit solution that's not actually going to really solve what they're missing. So what are they missing is it's like a puzzle. It's within yourself, but we're all collectively part of this puzzle. And when you're missing pieces of it, you don't see it. Like you don't actually see the greater whole of what your role is in this world. And I've had to figure this out first for myself by searching and searching and searching. And then I finally found the group. Really, I found the set of principles by which to live by. And as I've figured that out, it's become obvious to me. And I've been able to share and really live out the principle of give as I'd like to receive. That's why I make these videos, because I'll see, like, I was just chatting with a friend on YouTube. It was some Gen Z kid, basically. He's talking about, he called it a generation of losers and how it's becoming so normal to be so mediocre and not have hope and just talk shit. And then a lot of people end up becoming spiteful towards the world, towards themselves. And there is a better way, just period, there is a better way. And what does that look like is you have to watch my other videos for that. You have to add me on Facebook, like get involved in the self-perfected group, because I can't explain it all here in one little 2-minute video. But I wanted to make this video because I keep seeing it and I keep seeing the state of how much information we're inundated with day after day after day. And if you're not around the right group, which is the self-perfected group, you're gonna go on Facebook, you're gonna go on Instagram because you're fucking automated to go click that button and open it. And then you're gonna get inundated with a bunch of bullshit. Some of it will be entertainment to distract you, some of it will be doom and gloom to fearmonger you, but nothing is actually presenting a real solution that's empowering and will actually work, except for the self-perfected group. And I love this because I will go on my Facebook or I'll go on my Instagram and I'm inundated with cool people actually taking responsibility, actually raising their kids to be geniuses, actually leveling themselves up, going beyond their comfort zone, like truly pushing themselves, but in something that's actually worthwhile to push for. Because sure, you can go push yourself and get hyped up to go do a cold plunge. Sure, that's exciting. I don't have any like respect for that outside of just, okay, cool, you're gonna do something that could be good for your health. What I really respect is people who are taking responsibility to build local community within the principles of creating the best world, creating the best impact, creating the best legacy. And when people have fear of doing that and they walk through that, that's what I really respect. That's what I love to see. And so part of my responsibility is like here, I'm at our office right now. And we just had our meetup and we do this every week. We do it for 2 hours. It's a chance to build community, bringing people in. Some people come and go, but the real ones stick around because they see, oh, I actually care about where the world is headed in the next 10, 20 years. Oh, I want to be part of that. And then people can get more involved in our community. So it's amazing. We've been doing this for years and it doesn't always feel pleasant. And it's a Saturday midday and it's like sometimes it might be easier to just stay home. But is it actually easier? Is that actually what you want with your life? Or do you want to actually go make a difference? And so if any of that resonates with you, like go push yourself further. Like if you're not involved in Self-Perfected, join that group or look at our principles. So you can see the common sense of what we stand as. It's a standing. And when you have that, there's a strength that comes with it because it's rooted in reality. It's rooted in what's actually here. It's not going against anything. It's not in separation of what's here. It's standing as what is here. What's life? What have we inherited as this world? And then what are we doing with it? And utilizing everything that's here to create community, to empower the next generation, to empower ourselves too, right? You got to start with yourself. But then to really do this process that we're all in, which is looking at the world and realizing, oh, the only way out is through. There's no quick shortcut. There's no pill you can take to escape or whatever limitless in Hollywood would want you to believe. It's a process you got to take to rebuild yourself. Like I was talking about that puzzle earlier. sort out the puzzle pieces, get the right puzzle pieces in place, and then realize we're all this big interconnected puzzle. Because just because you might think your life is good because you still have your job and you're thinking you're all happy, at some point that will collapse. You have to be ready for it. So this shitstorm we've all collectively created, you're either going to be in the eye of the storm and directing it, or you're in the calm before the storm and the storm is coming and it is coming to your doorstep. Now, it doesn't mean you got to now go into paranoia and go crazy. But what it does mean is you got to be ready for it, and you got to be around the group that has the tools and the process to make that change happen. Because the good old days ain't coming back. And the future is bleak in the short term, yet there's a way through. There's a way through where we can actually get to a way better world. Because the old world, the good old days, is also a mirage. It wasn't actually the good old days. Because like 90% of the world is completely like suffering and struggling. And so let's actually make the world 100% awesome for everyone. But that's going to take us years and years and years and years of doing this. So use this video as your reminder to go find one more person who resonates with this. Find one more person who is interested in the idea of perfecting themselves, being the best version of themselves. Right? And then go speak up even more. It's like, make a video, go, get a video out in front of 1,000 people. But remember, at the end of the day, no video is going to sell somebody on something. You going face to face, helping someone realize that, hey, what they actually want and what they need is to be the best version of themselves so we can create the best world. That's really the only way through. So go out and make it happen today.